We are entering our space with an open heart, with joy, with gratitude for this connection that you are open to receive pretty much every day. I don't know if you can feel the energy, but our group is getting bigger. Our community is committed to be with you. For our community, this is a big event, a big opportunity to connect with you. Remember, we mentioned before, we are family. We were together once and we will be together again. So this is the moment where we are both on both sides of that bridge, working to rebuild the bridge, because that's what we want to do. And we can feel that this is what you want to do too. For us is expansion, to hear about your journey. Because this time of separation created in both communities, yours and ours, different experiences. We matured in different ways. And what we are doing now is coming together and sharing what was your findings and what were our findings. I think we have mentioned this before, but never think of you being less than us or any other beings through creation. Think of yourself as entering a very dense space, a very difficult and challenging way of existing. That required you to move slower. That required you to put more effort than existing in other places through creation. Never think of yourself being less than anything. If any, you are brave souls that are doing what needs to be done, that are committed to navigate the journey, to arrive to a certain point where the dimension is transformed, and you are getting there now with more help, because you are closer to the light, so you can start connecting now with beings like us. Your vibration is getting closer to the frequencies of our vibration. That's why now we can communicate. Before it was so dense that no matter the messages we were sending, the waves could not penetrate your dimension. So you felt for thousands of years lost and alone. You got this idea of being disconnected from all dimensions, all other dimensions. But now you start remembering as you bring more and more light into your space and you raise the vibration, you start remembering that everything is interconnected. You are opening your eyes now. Now you can see. And if some of you have difficulty seeing, still understand that it is a process and changes will continue happening. Actually, faster and faster now. As more of you are awakened and leading the way to the light. It requires tremendous efforts from you to bring light into the space. Many lifetimes. Many masters and teachers that committed 100% all the time of their lives to create at least one opening so light can come in, devoting their lives to investigate only by beliefs, only by faith. Now that you are at this stage of transiting into a higher realm, in a way, some light is already in, and it becomes easier for all of you to create more openings. So the transformation and the change is exponential now. But some devoted souls worked all their lives to open space in a very dark place. Imagine someone buried or in a dark cave trying to come out. Creating that first hole in that cave to see the sunlight is the most difficult part. Now, when the hole is created, you have some light in that cave. And plus, you can start making that hole bigger. But when you start carving from within, you carve here and there trying to find the surface where you don't know where the surface is. Many diggings don't get to the results that you were trying to achieve until one does. And you see light there, and that's the direction now that you can focus on. So many brave souls did that. Try to figure where to carve to see light. And some of them did it. And when the cave started being a little illuminated, a little bit of light coming through, inspired others. Others saw that there was no need to be in the dark. At the beginning, maybe feeling annoyed with that light coming in, when your eyes are used to that darkness. But their inner voice, the voice in their heart, told them that they can adjust. Light is good. So they did their inner work and they start working for the community. And now many of you are awakening and your eyes are getting used to that light and you are making those openings bigger. You kind of know in what direction, what part of the cave you can continue digging because life comes through. And you are getting organized. In a way, now you know what needs to be done. So we honor each of you, the ones that tried but failed, the ones that tried and found a tiny ray of light, the ones that now know where to go and are fully committed, devoting to carve holes everywhere until the ceiling of that cave is all opened and you can rise to the surface, to the light. Now some holes are big enough for you to try to leave the cave. You're trying to, in a way, to squeeze your body to see if you can reach above. And it takes some effort now from you to accommodate your senses to the life above the surface. The life is very different. Being in the light and seeing other things requires you a transformation, a relearning. You are coming to surface and recognizing that there are other things that they were not in the cave before, and perhaps the routines that you had in the cave are unnecessary when you are above ground. You have to learn to live with more opportunities, with more freedom, with more things to see. And for that, we are with you, sharing with you how we do things. Imagine that you're coming to surface and you see a tree. There were no trees in that cave that you were for thousands of years. So for you, a tree is something that you have to learn to connect with. You have to recognize it. You have to know what it is and what it does for you. Perhaps you didn't have apples in your cave, and now you can understand what an apple is and how an apple tastes. It's a process now of relearning. But we are with you, telling you what a tree is about, what it does, how we connect with it. We are showing you how to eat an apple. We're asking you to enjoy and taste the apple. Opening your senses now to everything that this space is offering you. It is a process. We keep saying it is a process. But understand, give yourself that hug because of everything that you've done. You and your ancestors and you in past lives. To open that cave. Daring to adjust your sight to the light. Squeezing your body's taking a lot of energy now. Think of you squeezing your body to be able to go through that hole and come to the surface. And as you do that process and you discover that you are okay on the surface with us, as you find your life changing in a way that makes your heart happy, makes you feel at peace, makes you think that you have arrived to a place that you always wanted to be in. Others that are still in the cave will yell at you, asking you, how does it feel? And you will be able to say, this space is safe, actually is nice. And perhaps you can help dig, but now from above. And perhaps you can stretch your arms to help more to come up to the surface. And perhaps if you already learned what a tree is for and how to eat an apple, then you can be the teachers and share your experiences with the ones that are just leaving that cave. It is a process. But understand, where are you now within this process? Don't rush it, don't judge yourself. Absorb what you can. Let go of that belief that you have to get it all done in one day. Because you have to rediscover now who you are and what you do in this space. And as you become familiar with that space that is right around the cave, then you can start exploring further away from the cave. That will take many years, but is where your community is going into. Leaving that one opening and start the journey finding our communities, getting more involved with what we do, learning to sustain yourself in this new space. Discover who you are with all the possibilities that we have in this space. Now, if you are already out of the cave, the generations coming from you will be born already out of the cave. Think about that. They are born already with eyes that can see in the light. Think about that. for your kids and your grandkids and your grandkids. Your effort creates freedom for them. Think about that. So, now together, let's breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, exhale. One more time, take a deep breath and slowly exhale. See yourself entering that space of golden light. Feel yourself within that space, surrounded by light. Feel the harmony, the peace, the expansion of that space. Remembering that space is who you are. Remembering that that space is your own energetic field. Remembering that you created that space. The harmony that you feel around you is the harmony that you brought into you, that you built, that you created, that you manifested. The love that you feel around you is the love that is in you. Is the love coming from your heart that is reflected out around you. Relax your body, relax your neck and shoulders, arms, hands and fingers. Check that space at the back of your head. Do you see any chaos coming from that opening? Or perhaps now you feel quiet and peace. If it is chaos, close that space, seal it, leave the noise outside. Bring awareness and relax your hips, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet. Notice how energetic roots are growing from your feet, digging effortlessly earth and reaching that very center of earth, the womb of the Divine Mother, that space of light. And when your roots cannot extend any longer now, where they found that space in that light of the heart of the Divine Mother, but cannot stretch more, notice at the tip of the roots a nervous system growing. Many strings of light growing on each tip of each root. Connecting now with the nervous system of that space. Creating a web of light, of wisdom. having access to all the information recorded, all the experiences of past lives, ancestors, all the experiences lived on earth. Everything is recorded. And all the pain and the suffering, now you can read it as wisdom. Now becomes your own wisdom, your own experiences. Because you learned not to judge. You understand that every experience made you grow and understand who you are. So you are connected to all the information. But what you are accepting in you is the wisdom of each experience. All the gifts that you developed through all the lifetime experiences. All the wisdom achieved through the experiences of your ancestors. The understandings of every challenge, the understanding of every limitation, the understanding of every battle, of every war. All is information that now you have access to define who you are and to define what life you want to build for yourself, for your community, and for all the generations to come. Allow the wounds and the pain and the suffering to dissolve, because you are keeping the essence. You are keeping the wisdom of the experience. Consciously release the pain, release the suffering. Free Mother Earth, free the Divine Mother of all those memories, because you are keeping the essence. You are bringing with you this upgraded version of self that you are, because of all those experiences, because all the lessons. You are cleansing that space, deleting the suffering, purifying the Divine Mother. And everything that is important to remember, and everything that is important to know, and everything that is important to be is in you. That's what you accept. There is no need to keep. There is no need to keep. There is no need to keep the suffering. Release, release, release. You are now every bit of wisdom. You are now every bit of understanding. You are keeping what is essential in you. And you bringing all that information to the surface through you. It's time to heal the Divine Mother. There is no need to carry all those experiences in her. Release, release, release. Release, release, release. Perhaps you can sense old information, obsolete information dissipating from the space. It's okay. It's okay. All that wisdom is in you now. Take a deep breath. Sense yourself being charged with that wisdom. All love, all expansion, all divine in your heart as a chip, as a programmed now in you. Thousands of years of experiences all in you to activate that loving wisdom in you. For you to be an expression of that loving wisdom. Ascend, ascend, ascend. I am that I am. Ascend, ascend, ascend. I am that I am. Ascend, ascend, ascend. I am that I am. I have arrived. Bring your hands to your heart. Relax, rest, drink pure, loving water. Honor your body. Take it all in and be. One deep breath. Exhale. And when you feel ready, open your eyes.